brains, not bronze. That's why I said she's introduced the session beautifully. It's not brain work, not bronze work. Can anybody tell me the difference? I don't know if the image is clear. There's somebody pushing a round ball, and there's some people pushing square boxes. And obviously, the person pushing the round ball will make more progress. Because that ball will move on its own. But do you know why that would happen? Because he had sat down to think about what he has to do first. The quality of work you do is not necessarily the quantity of work you do. Hard work is quantity. Smart work is quality. And unless you are engaging your mind, unless you are actively thinking about what you have to do, you'll be doing hard work, not smart work. So when you have something you need to do, especially work that is going to generate money for you, you need to spend more time thinking about that work than actually doing the work. Because it's in thinking that you know that you need to make your square box round so that it will move faster. It's in thinking that you'll be able to generate ideas on ways you can do it effectively. The harder you work with your mind, not your hand, the more money you are able to earn. And like every grass cutter, every gardener knows, if your cutlass is not sharp, what happens? You do hard work. If your cutlass is sharp, you cut a portion of grass faster. So when we say that to earn more money, you work on your mind. Your mind will begin to get dull if you are not sharpening it like a cutlass. So congratulate the person sitting next to you that he has taken up time to go and sharpen his or her mind this morning. Because if your mind is not sharp, if you do not come and sit here and learn the principles of wealth creation, if you don't hear things about how to work less and achieve more, you will actually be doing more hard work than smart work. And more than that, of course, at 110 Academy, you hear it all the time. She has spoken about mastermind groups. Mind people, iron sharpens iron. A man sharpens his friend. When you meet with people, they sharpen you. They help you get better. You know, the Yorubas will say, "Obo." When you have a problem and you are meeting with somebody who has solved that problem before, your own mind, in relation to that particular issue, gets sharp. When we say read books, experience is not the best teacher. I will always say it's the most painful teacher. Because you believe the hard way, you will suffer well if you are waiting for experience. But some people have done it before. There is nothing you want to do that somebody has not done before. There is a book on it. Think very hard. I have read books on how to grow hair before. So I know there's a book. Anything you are thinking about, just look. You will find out that there is somebody, even if there's no book, there's an article on it. Why don't you spend more time developing your ability by reading up on what you have to do first? Or better still, reading the stories of those that have done it before. You will learn, because sometimes a lot of us come up with excuses and we say that those people that did it before, they are way goes, their own atmosphere is different. If you read their story, you will know what will work here out of what they are doing and what won't. You can actually adapt it. It is better to adapt a formula that is working for success than to create a fresh one. And that is where mind work comes in. And that's why it only makes a lot of sense to study for several years what you want to do before you even set out at all. It is extremely important to have read up, not just about what you want to do, but stories of people that have done it before. Everybody is writing books now. You will find somebody that is in your discipline. Read up on them. There is an industry leader in your area of business. Read up, how did they get where they are? 110 Academy is a product of somebody's story. He was able to create wealth, and he wants to replicate it in all of us. And we are on our way there. Are there general billionaires in the house? Yes. Okay. And we are on our way there. So what are we doing? We are studying the principles that have worked. Why would you change the winning formula? If you know a formula that is winning, of course you can differentiate by adding your flavor. But at least copy the winning formula. The worst that will happen is that you get the same results. That's the worst. And that worst is already somebody's best. So if you now push it further, you will be working less because you already know what to do. I was sharing a story yesterday. It's a common joke. I'm sure many of us have read it before. Of a ship engine that had a fault. And they had called all the experts, called all the engineers, and nobody could fix it. And then they called one person, just told them that there's an old man somewhere that has done this thing before, let's call him. And the man comes in. And then makes all sorts of demands that were not related to what he came to do. And they were wondering, what is all this? And then after taking a lot of time, taking his time, he just picks up a hammer and knocks one thing 2 times. And the engine begins to work. And then they said, how much will it take? And he said, okay, they should pay you $1,000. And they go like, what did you do? Something you did just 2 times. He said, it's $5 for hitting it 2 times. It's $995 for knowing where to hit. Because you have spent so much time trying to get it right without getting it right. And that's why I would always say, take your time out to study. You will need to do less hard work if you are studying first. Are we still together? Yes. So, what do we do if we want to make a fortune? If you work hard with your hands, you will be able to make a living. If you work hard on your mind, you'll be able to make a fortune. I took that quote out of 202 Nuggets. It's at the back. I'm a student of 110 Academy, I can assure you. I took it from 202 Nuggets. If you want nuggets like that can help you improve your mind. There are a lot of books at the back there. They will make a lot of difference to how you approach business and how you approach people. Moving on. So, the bottom line, when you do less work, but you are still achieving your results, is called productivity. And productivity is not about doing more or spending more time at work. It's about doing the work that matters, the high impact work that gives better results. You can see this image as well. Because somebody had worked on his mind, he realizes that if he has a trolley, he doesn't have to stress. He's going to use a finger to push a very heavy load. But the other person was told to move the load, and he just carries it and is struggling with it. As a matter of fact, by the time they get where they are going, one person will not be able to do anything again for the rest of that day. But the other person, his day will just be starting, he'll be fresh, he'll be ready to go into a management meeting, he'll be ready to negotiate with some other people. Because he works, they both work. But somebody is working hard. He's doing things he doesn't have any business doing, because if he had a trolley, he would be tired. But he did not think about the trolley. He did not take his time out to think about the work before he starts. So, how do we think about work to get productive? I hope we know that this is basically a Pareto principle thing. Productivity is an offshoot of the Pareto principle. And since we're in school, and it's there in front, which student is telling us today what the Pareto principle says? Yes, sir. Okay, explain the 80-20 formula, sir.
You get the result, you get 80% of your results at the
20% of the work you do gives you 80% of your results. Now, I've seen this principle applied to goals before. And I've also heard in this same school that we are in about something called the umbrella goal. How many of us are familiar with the principle of the umbrella goal? The umbrella goal is the one goal you are chasing this year that will make the largest difference to your life. There is one goal that will help you achieve 80% of the results you want to achieve in life. Dr. Abib says that for him, that one goal is money. Because if you can get money, every other goal becomes easier to achieve. True? Yes. So, the same way, there is something you need to do to get the results you want in your life. You are not going to find it by doing everything you have to do. You are going to find it by sitting down to analyze your goals, find your umbrella goals, and find the activities you do that are associated with your results. I read a book last month, Sell Like Crazy by Sabri Subi. And in that book, the introduction only, it helps you understand that when you have a business, there are many things you need to do. You need to produce, you need to package, you need to sell. But 80% of your results, which is the money you get from sales, does not come from production, it doesn't come from packaging, it comes from selling. And so, your energy, your focus must consistently be on that activity. You know, the second point says focus on the important things, not just everything. What is the activity that will give you 80% of your results? So if you have a business, the core ability that is going to get you results is the ability to sell your fantastic product. No matter how good your product is, it will stay in your closet, in your bedroom, if nobody knows about it. If they know about it, but they don't think they need it, it will still stay in your wardrobe if you cannot make it appealing to them. And that's why sometimes we will always tell you that your product must be addressing a need. If it is meeting a need, then you must know how to match those who need what you do with what you have created. So, to be efficient in what you do, it is extremely important that you know what your priorities are. Productivity is effectiveness and efficiency. Let me just say all my life, I've had difficulty differentiating between efficiency and effectiveness. Because for me, all of them sound alike. It's all effective something. Now this quote is from a book called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. You are not to overwork. You are not to rush blindly into your business in the effort to do the greatest possible number of things in the shortest possible time. You are not to try to do tomorrow's work today or to do a week's work in one day. It's not the number of the things you do, but the efficiency of each separate action that counts. Now, efficiency is when you achieve something with the least possible resources. But effectiveness is when you get the desired result. You know you can save time and not get the results you want. You know, instead of using 50 people, you can use 3 people and not get the results you want. So if you don't get the results you want, it is not productivity, even if you're efficient. So you need to combine both efficiency and effectiveness together to become productive. It is sounding like theory. Okay, so let's use a practical example. You need to think about what you do already on paper. Can somebody give us an example of this or business so that we can run a test on it? A practical test that you can take home as your own. Nobody wants to be our example. Okay. So what do you do? It's an opportunity to do that elevator pitch. Everybody here is going to get what you do. And if they need what you do, they will see you after. So let's hear your elevator pitch. You're a caterer. Okay. Okay. You outdoor catering or you have a restaurant. You have your own.
I have my own
Workshop. Your office. Is it a restaurant? No.
It's not a restaurant.
You do outdoor catering.
Yes.
Okay. So what are the activities you do in your office?
We produce our cupcake.
Okay.
And urgent cream cakes too.
Urgent cream cake.
Yes, like we call it like urgent cake because like in 2 hours you need a cake to produce for you.
Sure, you are hearing. How about you that don't remember your spouse's birthday to that morning?
Like
They do urgent cake, so.
some customers just call me to share the weekend.
No, we know. They usually forget that the birthday or the anniversary is coming. It's usually the men. They will forget until they say, the wife says happy anniversary, I go like, which one?
And also I do supply cupcakes to the supermarket and local shops too.
Okay, so you have the supplies, and so your process, if you want to be efficient or effective, how do you shorten time? Because you have said you produce urgent cupcakes. What do you do to make sure that you can do it sharp?
Though